Hello, and welcome back to Mulana 2 with Brian. I am in the Shrine of the Frost Giants. I just picked up a fairy on that screen to help heal me. And to start things off today, someone gave me a vague hint in a previous video that I should be looking for a secret shop. And the last time we were in the Shrine of the Frost Giants, I think a lot of stuff happened. We had just figured out, I think it was in the room above us, possibly. This is the room I want to be in, but yeah, up here, how to activate that machine, which would melt all the ice. And with the ice melting, like, a lot of stuff started happening. And we found new bosses downstairs, and yada yada yada, and I kind of got distracted and never solved this. So if I walk over here, there is a kind of crusher thingy over there. However, you might imagine that, as usual, we can avoid being crushed by that crusher thingy by using the Gale Fibula. So let's put on the Gale Fibula and run over here and make it through here, and now I can press down on this, and if you look at the top of the screen, a door opens. It's the secret shop that we've been looking for, that our little alert app was giving us the beeps for whenever we entered this room. So that's what I want to do to start things off for today, is enter the secret shop. Hide-lit. He is very animated. Hear me now and believe me later. You gotta strengthen your arms when it's cold out. So buy as much as your puny muscles can carry. Not sure I quite get that. Aha! Talisman! There is a talisman that can uncurse treasure. That is Ganesh's talisman. It will pump you up financially. I will take that. I don't have enough money. Ha 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 ha. It was 200, it sounds like. Okay, but that means we would be able to buy a whole bunch of other stuff, which would be great. We just got a glossary entry for, what's his name? Which I guess is farther down here. Oops. It would be really great if the D-pad worked in this game. There we go. Hide-lit. A priest who moved to the Shrine of the Frost Giants for his training. It must be really cold as he's constantly staying in motion. Alright, fascinating. And right, we found that earlier as well. Okay, I am going to go farm up some money, and then we're going to buy a bunch of stuff. I have returned after doing one round of money farming in the usual way. And so, let's purchase Ganesh's talisman. Great. And let's check it out in our inventory. Where does it appear? Ah, I see it down here. A talisman imbued with the power of the god of commerce allows for more coins to be carried. Okay, so now I'm going to go farm up more than 1,000, and we can buy something we couldn't buy before. Okay, so I farmed up over 1,000 money. And now, one of the things we can buy is the harp. There's a harp. It's a rarity, so you'll understand if I jack up the price. Oh yeah! Thanks a lot, pal. Top choice. And his little propeller blade goes spinning around. Okay, so we have the harp. And it's in Heaven's Labyrinth, I think, is where we need to use it. Do I have a teleporter that goes to Heaven's Labyrinth? I think I do. We've not been there in a while. It was kind of an almost one-and-done kind of spot, it felt like. There it is, Heaven's Labyrinth. And I should make sure I do a save now that I've actually bought the thing, just in case we die in here, because I haven't been in here in a while. But I have in my notes that kind of in the upper left is where we wanted to use it. I think left up left is where I want to go. So let's attempt to do so. Oh yeah. This place had, like, shifting... I mean, it's called a labyrinth. It had kind of shifting floors and things. And so hopefully I can get there right now. I don't remember if there are things that I need to do to unlock certain places. I think this is where I need to go, though. I think that room up there. And, oh, there's a chest in this room. Maybe those are related. Maybe if I play the harp up here, something good will happen. Remind me who is here. Orpheus. Oh, my harp. Or so it would seem. However, this is not my harp. The strings of my harp were custom made, and the bridge was set higher for a harder, more beautiful sound. So we got him a crummy harp. I couldn't play such a harp. If you want to hear me play, then listen to my old recording. I recorded a recital of it once. It should be at the shop run by a pig. I remember that. That's at the upper left of the Icefire treetops. She asked us not to buy it, and I think it was also very expensive. I don't need to hear that again. Oh, my Eurydice. Okay, so in that case, let's go to the upper left of the Icefire treetops and just find out how much that music recording was going to cost, because there was a pig who liked music, and of course the pig was actually like a beautiful girl or something, but I forget what her name was. She's only a few screens away, so we can ride up there together. Hopefully without incident. There are definitely more enemies on a number of these screens than there used to be, though. Quickly going and reading some tablets in case there's anything important that I might have missed. But our piggy friend, I believe, is right up there. So let me cut through a few enemies, and we will find out how much money we need to shop. I think it was also a very expensive item, so I'll probably have to farm up more money. Oh, I misremembered. Angla Musica. I thought music freaks would buy it if I boosted the price. It's a steal. Oh. I think in the past it did cost a ton, and now she brought the price down. I'd have to go back, 40 videos to find where I first met this person. But I will take it. It's nice to get rid of these. Okay. So she boosted the price. She wasn't able to sell them. Is that an app? What is the Angla Musica? Or is it an item in my inventory? Oh, the harp is here, by the way. So we could take a look at it. Harp said to have belonged to a certain poet, not particularly well crafted. And the Angla Musica, I think, is not this book. So maybe it was an app and I missed it on my apps menu? Yeah, it's here, okay. An app for playing ancient music. Launch the app from the menu screen. Alright. Let's go ahead. I don't have space in any of these sets, but that's fine. We can just turn off one of these and turn this on, I suppose. Launch it from the menu screen. Ah, music. Oh! Hey, look at this. This is probably like all the music's in the game, I'm guessing. And then there's also something on the left and on the right. Oh, play, stop, and something else, I think. Or what's on the right-hand side there, maybe? Let's just try playing it. Yeah. This is the title screen when I first launched the game. And that stops it. And what does this do? That looks like... Oh, it's like continuous play. Yeah, alright. I get the idea. And then is one of these related to Orpheus? Or is this not something that I actually need? That's also on the when you first launch the game, okay, before the title screen. Okay, let's go back to Heaven's Labyrinth and see if he has anything new to say now that I have the music player, I suppose. I really thought this was going to unlock some amazing thing, and now I'm kind of second-guessing myself, and this might have been, hey, here's a bonus item to waste a bunch of money on. But I guess we'll find out shortly together. Okay, back here. Let's see what Orpheus has to say. Wanting to see my wife just once more, I committed to taboo by entering underworld living. That was bad enough. I also take my dead wife back. I can never go to the underworld again. I think we've heard that before, actually. Oh, my Eurydice. So, I'll read the thing. My wife loved the sound of my harp. She especially loved my song about paradise. Okay, this is a clue, I think. So I think we have to play the Paradise song in this room, is my guess. So let's find a song about paradise. Hopefully it just is the word paradise. There's something called Eden, which might be it. That's number 27. I think that's our best chance. Oh, it only plays right there? Within the belly of the crawling infernal fiend. Oh, do I need to play the music Eden within the belly of the crawling infernal fiend, possibly? But then how would I open this chest over here? This is bothering me now. Let me try also playing the music right here. And then... Like, do I need to leave it playing? If I do this, will it keep playing when I leave the menu? No? Darn. Okay. I guess let me make a note about possibly playing Eden within the belly of the crawling infernal fiend. There's something else I want to do in the Immortal Battlefield, but since we have done a few new things, let's visit Mulbrek. Alright, but she doesn't seem to have anything new to say. So what I wanted to try to do, yeah, and I think I can go down here just to do it, is to visit the guy who... Did he give me Thor's hammers, or... I don't remember exactly, but the guy who's in here, when we got the dinosaur statue, we opened up this cavern, and there's some crazy guy here, and I might need to be holding Thor's hammers, actually, because he might try to cast lightning on me. You are but a nuisance. Die! Yeah. So he does that. Oh, there's a bad guy in here now, too. And charges up Thor's hammers. Interesting, and now there's bad guys coming out of here, which is annoying. You must die. Speaking of die. And here's another one of these bad guys. Okay, but I figured another one was going to come out of this door. I think there's a finite number of them that appear on the screen. And so I just want to try to kill them and see if there's any other way that I can interact with Indra. Okay, perhaps there's nothing else coming there. And can I... Oops, okay, there's another one of the bad guys over there, apparently. Doesn't seem like I can catch the rope over there. And it wasn't clear if and why I would ever catch that rope. Alright, you guys are real pests. Do you know that? And there's like a giant skull in the background. Do I need to cast a mantra? Are you going to tell me to die again? If I do that, does anything happen? No. Yeah, I feel like there's going to be more that happens there, but I haven't yet figured out how or why. So I guess I'm just kind of stuck on that front for the moment. Well, poop. What do I want to do next? I don't remember what happens if we run across here. Okay, so that all goes smashing down the moment you hit that. And so I think I could, yeah, I think I got across here before by using the Gale Fibula and a long running start and then jumping at the start. Yeah, that seems right. But that doesn't do a whole lot for us. We just end up in rooms that we've already been in. So I don't know if there's anything interesting there. I haven't really looked around this area in a while. This area and the Dark Star Lord's Mausoleum, I feel like I haven't done a lot in recently. And so those are a couple of places that I may just try out looking around, because I'm not sure what to do next once again. Was there something else I could buy that was expensive too? I feel like there might have been one more thing to buy that cost more than 1,000, but I don't remember it, and it's one of those things that if I do have it written down, it's probably written down on a map next to a shop, which means I have to look through like all 20 of my maps and all the little squares to see if I can find some scrawled out notes, so it's not easy to find. I did not appreciate just how much depth of note-taking this game, I guess I almost want to use the word requires. It is not the type of thing that you don't play this game and not take notes and win the game, unless I guess you're consulting, you know, like a strategy guide or something like that. Alright, well let me look around on my own a little bit and see if I can figure something out. As I'm back in the Dark Star Lord's Mausoleum, the eyes and the bust of Mimir have gone out, so maybe that means I've solved all the puzzles in here, but it is still a curiosity to me that in the Dark Star Lord's footprints, we were able to see, like, each footprint had, like, 4 symbols on it. And I think I only ended up, like, using 1 or 2 of the symbols in terms of decoding these things in order to open up the 2 passageways. And I guess there aren't any more passageways out of this room anyway. Like, we can go down, we can go left, and we could already go up and right. So there isn't like there's another way to go. But it still makes me wonder if there's still some other puzzle associated with this room. I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of second-guessing myself now. I feel like this room is kind of exhausted in terms of what could be there. And this is one of the rooms that used to have part of, like, Aten Ra, I think. Oh, hey! We got his, I guess it was Aten Ra. And I forgot to change my apps back to my normal app configuration. So let's take a look at the glossary entry for Aten Ra. Combined form of the colossal weapon Aten and the ruler of the Amarna, Ra. Create life using the power of the sun. Alright. Well, we found another glossary entry. That's always nice. That makes me feel like... I feel like finding the glossary entries is just a... Will that crush him off the end of the screen? No. It's kind of interesting how the skeleton ended up being pushed back by that, though. Yeah, I could harness storms. I can do that now, too. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the glossary entries, I feel like they kind of give you a sense of progress through the game. And so if I've gotten, 80% of the glossary entries, then maybe that means I'm 80% through the game. We have the Crystal Pyramid. Down there in the door below is where we bought one of the fairies, I believe. The fighting fairy, I think. I don't remember what's in this door. Oops. So let's check it out. Set the power of storms. You shall learn what it feels like. Yeah, I've already done that. Oh, crap. Is that just going to keep shooting at me? Or does it only shoot twice? Maybe it only shoots twice. Alright, fine. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna wander around here a bit more and see if I can find anything new or other interpretations of things I've already found. Alright, still on the same screen, the Lord of Heaven's mandate will arrive at Nibiru. I feel like I've read something recently about Nibiru. Present proof of your judgment to Osiris' servant Anubis. So we got Mot's feather, and so I guess Anubis is the one who is going to take, or we're going to need the feather for, it sounds like. In any case, I didn't find what I was looking for, but there's so much still useful information, it seems, in the text. This I have already used, so this one can be deleted. That was fighting our doppelganger using Thor's hammers or whatever. I was looking back at very recent comments, and people suggested... I'm not even sure... If I walk in here, do I just get eaten? Let's find out. Yes. So I wanted to read that thingy again and actually record it, although I think I understand what it means. People suggested that using the Gale Fibula to not get eaten there is somehow not what you're supposed to do, and it's a glitch. It's a very consistent glitch. But it is what it is. So I'm going to do it again. There we go. And then I think when this guy opens his mouth in a moment... no, that crushed me too. How did I end up reading the tablet over there? Did I read it when I first walked in before he crunched down? I don't remember exactly. But in any case... Well, let me just manage to read that tablet again, and we'll record it. Can I read it from here? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to record this in my whatever. But it says, judgment will be rendered by Mott. To prepare for judgment is to have a wicked heart. An innocent heart knows no wickedness. An innocent heart can balance the scales. So the way I read that as an innocent heart means you're carrying no weights on your person. To be prepared for judgment is to have a wicked heart. So I think I need weights. And the undead Amet will render the judgment, and so somewhere in the underworld, maybe, I am going to have weights in order to balance something again in the future, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to kind of piece together based on what people are telling me. In any case, I did a little bit of other off-camera work and did not find any new things. And so I have a feeling that basically all the stuff I need to move forward is going to be in the underworld. And so we'll probably return there next episode. However, if there are any places other than Doom and Gloom that I could go and still find some other stuff, give me vague hints again, because I feel like I might be getting stuck or bottlenecked once again, despite the fact that I feel like I'm making constant progress, but it's like I make a bit of progress and then I come to a screeching halt, and I make a bit of progress and I come to a screeching halt. Feels like how it's been lately. So, yeah, minor hints possibly could still be useful, but you guys have been doing a good job with that. In any case, I hope as always that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more La Mulana 2. For now, bye-bye.